Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Dom. I want to give y'all another video because I want to talk about what I mean by feminine energy versus masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? I want to elaborate a little bit more on what I mean by that. So if you're a Dom out there and you're dating, you want to know what I mean by this, go ahead and follow that link in that bio. And, well, you know what I'm saying? That way you can get this full video. But for those who are already following, you know what I'm saying? You already getting the video. So, what I mean by feminine versus masculine energy when it comes to dating films, for my Doms out there, I'm just going to give you all, you know what I'm saying, just a few examples of what I mean by that, all right? So, when I talk about feminine energy, basically, all this means is if a femme is in her feminine energy, when she's with you, all right, basically, this means that she has a high interest for you. You know what I'm saying? She's in her feminine energy, she has a high interest for you. If she's in her masculine energy, she has low interest for you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that I do teach y'all how to raise low interest films. You know what I'm saying? I do teach y'all how to raise those interests with some of the videos that I've already put out. But in this case, like I said, the difference is that with a femme that's in her feminine energy, this means that she has a high interest for you. And a femme that's in her masculine energy, she has a low interest for you, right? All right, so signs that you can kind of look for to know whether or not a femme is in her feminine energy, meaning she has high interest for you. The thing is that when you're setting a date with a femme, okay, when you're setting a date with a femme, for my Doms out there, I want y'all to observe how the femme looks when she shows up on the date. Okay, this is going to tell it all. When she shows up to that date, you know what I'm saying? Is she in jeans? Does she have makeup on? Is her hair done? You know what I'm saying? If she shows up to the date like that, you know what I'm saying? She has high interest in you. She has very high interest in you. If she shows up to the date like that. If she shows up to the date like that and she's in jeans, she ain't really put too much effort in how she looks. She's in her masculine, and therefore she doesn't really have a high enough interest in you. Now, again, you can raise this interest, and like I said, I teach y'all how to do that. But when this is just a video to let y'all know what the difference is and what I mean by this. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way. How does she show up on that date? Does she try to make herself look sexy for you? If so, she is in her feminine. If she didn't really put no effort, that's a way that you could tell that she is in her masculine energy and her interest is low for you. All right. Another way that you can tell is when she's with you, or when let's say you're on the phone with her or whatever, her tone, you know what I'm saying? Does she sound like me? You know what I'm saying? Does she sound like, you know, is her voice deep? You know what I'm saying? That's going to let you know right there where her interest is. Is her voice like, you know what I'm saying? Like it very deep, not really even sexy or anything like that? Or does she have a high pitched tone, meaning she's trying to sound sexy for you on that phone? If she has a high pitched voice and she's trying to sound sexy on that phone, she has a high interest for you. You know what I'm saying? She is in her feminine energy. All right. Another way that you can tell whether or not a femme is in her feminine energy is she easy to make dates with? You know what I'm saying? Can you hit her up, or can you text her? You know what I'm saying? I know everybody do text now. Can you text her and be like, you know what I'm saying, meet me at such and such at this time? And she be like, all right, daddy, you know what I'm saying, I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Is she easy to set dates with? Does she show up on dates? She is in her feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? If she's flaking on you, things like that, if she ain't really checking on you during the week, not really hitting you up, she has low interest for you, and therefore she's in her masculine. All right? Now, a femme does move in and out her feminine and her masculine energy. So do you as studs. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I recommend from my studs out there that's wanting to become dom. This is why I recommend that you got to stay in that masculine frame. The reason why is because you want to keep your femme in her feminine energy. If you're not in your masculine frame, you know what I'm saying? She's going to move more into her masculine because you're being feminine. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I tell my doms to stay in that masculine frame. Okay? So, you know, when it comes down to these films, what I mean by feminine energy versus masculine energy, because at the end of the day, it really don't matter what you got on. You know what I'm saying? I made a video about studs being with studs, films being with films, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I made a video about that. And what I said was that someone in that relationship is going to be more masculine. Someone is going to be more feminine, right? So it does not matter about, you know what I'm saying, what you wear. Again, when it comes to doms, this is just us. So I always tell us to stay in our masculine frame, to keep our femmes in their feminine energy, because this is how we know that their interest is high. Okay, so saying all that to say is when it comes to masculine versus feminine energy, this is all about interest. The more feminine a femme is, meaning is she trying to look sexy for you when she's on that date with you? You know what I'm saying? Does she flake you? Or is she showing up on those dates when she's with you? How's her tone sound? Does she want to be all up underneath you? Is she calling you all the time? This is feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know her interest is high. If she's in her masculine energy, meaning she's flaking on you, she don't give a fuck about what you got going on. She ain't checking up on you. You know what I'm saying? When she's showing up on that date, she ain't putting no effort into how she look. She is in her masculine energy, and therefore her interest is low. All right. I teach my doms to only put feminine films in your rotation. For the masculine films, and there's not a way that you just, I mean, maybe when you approach her, you know what I'm saying, when you first meet her, maybe you could tell. But, you know what I'm saying, you really could tell on that date. You know what I'm saying? If she's masculine, then if you can hit, you know what I'm saying, if you can hit within those 3 dates, I would say go ahead and do that. But after that, I would just pretty much toss her to the side. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, if she's feminine, this is the type of film you put in your rotation. All right? You put a feminine film in your rotation. All right? All right, so like, comment, subscribe, comment what y'all want to hear in these videos below. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely do something for y'all. But this is what I mean by feminine versus masculine energy. The more feminine a femme is, she has high interest for you. The more masculine she is, she has low interest for you. All right? It's a dime.